You know what they say, right? Marriage these days seems more like a contract designed to break hearts than to build futures. Back in the day, maybe it had its perks, but now? It's like signing up for a lifelong subscription to heartache. I recently stumbled upon this eye-opening video by a single dad who dropped some serious truth bombs. He laid it out plain and simple. Men are steering clear of the dating scene, and for good reason. Because let's face it, what's in it for the men anymore? The best they can hope for is a little physical intimacy now and then, and even that comes with strings attached. No respect, no understanding, and definitely no balance. It's no wonder more guys are opting to pay a professional for a bit of companionship rather than tying the knot and footing the bill for someone else's lifestyle. And don't even get me started on divorce. If things go south, we're expected to cough up half of everything we've worked for, while she waltzes off into the sunset with someone else. Think about it. Studies have shown that men who skip the whole marriage thing actually end up with more intimacy in the long run, and they're not bogged down by the financial burden that comes with it. It's like they say, you get what you pay for. And in this case, it's looking like single life comes out on top. Dating? It's now more like wasting time, money, and energy on a lost cause. Sure, men go through the motions, pretending like there's a shot at something real, but deep down, they believe it's all just a setup for heartbreak. Because let's be real, every guy needs that connection, that physical release. But at what cost? Marriage used to be the end game, the ultimate goal for finding love and building a life together. But in today's world, it's starting to feel more like a trap than a fairy tale ending. The risks far outweigh the rewards, leaving men wondering if it's even worth the hassle. And let's not forget the double standard here. Women can hop on OnlyFans or star in adult films to make a buck, no questions asked. But when men try to take control of their own romantic destiny, suddenly it's frowned upon. At the end of the day, it's all about taking back control and making choices that actually benefit them. You'll begin to ask yourself, why waste time chasing after something that's only going to let you down in the end? Why not just embrace the freedom of being single and focus on what truly matters? Living your best lives on your own terms. You know, dating an attractive woman in her 30s can really hit your wallet hard. We're talking about shelling out anywhere from $10,000 to $15,000 a year, minimum. And if she's got kids of her own, you can tack on an extra 25% to that bill. Now compare that to hiring a drama-free professional for some companionship. It's like night and day. When you pay for professional intimacy, you're basically guaranteeing yourself a drama-free experience. No messy fridge raids, no overnight stays, and definitely no airing out your dirty laundry on social media. It's a much smoother ride compared to the constant roller coaster of drama that often comes with marriage. Trust takes time to build, and let's face it, modern-day women aren't always in it for the long haul. They've traded in the traditional values of happiness and family for material possessions and a taste of the single life. To her, you're just an ATM and a babysitter, someone to foot the bill while she lives it up with her single friends. Ever had to deal with a drunken midnight return, clothes askew, makeup smudged, smelling of other men? It's not a pretty sight. It never is. So guys, when it comes to relationships, it's all about protecting yourself and your assets. Don't give away too much too soon, and always keep one foot out the door just in case things go south. After all, it's better to be safe than sorry when it comes to matters of the heart. Gone are the days of being used as a meal ticket or a fancy accessory for a night out. Men are no longer willing and open to be a woman's personal ATM or loyal lapdog. They want real connections, genuine affection, and mutual respect. And if that's too much to ask for, well, then maybe it's time to rethink the whole dating game altogether. Men are now much more focused on cutting out all the drama and focus on what really matters: themselves. By ditching the women who bring nothing but trouble into men's lives and putting themselves first, they can open up a world of possibilities. They can channel most of their energy into making more money, spending quality time with friends and hobbies, and living life on their own terms. And when they decide to seek out some intimate company, they can do it on their own terms, without all the strings attached. Now, I've mentioned professional intimacy services earlier. Just imagine if these services were legalized everywhere. Women would have to step up their game and bring their A game to the table if they wanted to attract and keep a man. No more games, no more drama, just genuine connections based on mutual respect. And you know what? Countries where these services are legal aren't complaining about the dating scene. Instead, they're thriving. It's time for us to take a page out of their book and demand a change. Now, there's a crucial aspect of the dating game that often gets overlooked: the value proposition. When it comes to intimacy, all men pay in one way or another. The real question is, how do you want to pay? Think about it like this. With a traditional relationship, whether it's a wife or a girlfriend, you're essentially signing up for a long-term investment. You're committing to paying for intimacy day in and day out, with no guarantee of satisfaction. Sure, there may be moments of connection and closeness, but there's also the risk of disappointment and heartache. Now, contrast that with the option of seeking intimacy from a professional. Here, the transaction is clear and straightforward. You know exactly what you're getting, and there are no hidden expectations or obligations. It's a job for them, plain and simple. And because of that, they're focused on meeting your needs and fulfilling your fantasies. In the world of dating today, things have shifted a lot. It's not like the old days where being in a serious relationship was the best choice for guys. Now, with casual hookups being more common and people having lots of partners, the risks of going for a traditional relationship have gone up a lot. Let's look at the numbers. Most women nowadays have been with many partners by the time they're 30. But even though things have changed, the risks of marriage still seem to weigh heavier on men. When a woman gets married, it's like she's got nothing to lose and everything to gain. But for guys, it's the opposite. They risk losing all the things they've worked hard for if things don't work out. So, let's talk solutions. It's time to shake up how we think about relationships. Instead of diving headfirst into long-term commitments, maybe it's smarter to approach intimacy like renting a car. You know, you look for one that meets your needs. Low mileage, sleek exterior, and a comfy interior, without getting too emotionally invested. Sure, you might enjoy the ride for a bit, but always remember, it's just a rental. There's no need to get attached or think it's forever. After all, there are plenty of other options out there to explore. At the end of the day, what really matters is making decisions that suit you best. It's like picking your favorite flavor of ice cream. You go with what you like, right? Well, relationships are kind of similar. You've got options, and it's up to you to figure out which one tastes best. Now, you might be someone who's all about that classic traditional relationship vibe. You know, the whole happily ever after thing. And hey, there's nothing wrong with that. If you're into the idea of committing to one person for the long haul, that's cool. It's like choosing your favorite playlist and sticking with it because it just feels right. But hey, maybe that's not your style. Maybe you're more into the idea of keeping things casual, like swiping through different songs on a playlist. You know, no strings attached, just enjoying the moment. And you know what? That's totally okay too. Sometimes you're just not in the mood for a full album. A single track is all you need. When it comes to making these choices, it's important to stay true to yourself. Don't let anyone else dictate what's right for you. It's your life, your relationships, your rules. Maybe your friends are all about the traditional route, but if that doesn't vibe with you, that's cool. You do you. And let's not forget about values and goals. These are like the guiding stars in your relationship journey. They help you go through the ups and downs, making sure you stay on course. So, take some time to think about what you want out of a relationship. Are you looking for someone to build a future with? Or are you more interested in living in the moment? Whatever it is, own it. Alright guys, we've come to the end of this video, and if you enjoyed it, do well to click on the like and subscribe buttons. Don't forget to check other videos on our playlist. We've got some amazing contents for you. See you in our next video.